What do you think is like the either the sort of like structure of firm or individual that is like best equipped to succeed right now?
You need a lot of young people on your team who are friends with the other young people who are the best programmers and who are in the networks from talent. I just think you do.
Yeah.
Like I think
it's going so young now. I mean, you even like look at like these like accelerator programs, they're getting extremely young.
I mean, these kids who are 18 but are AI native and have been programming for a long time. I actually hired Scott Wu as an 18-year-old 10 years ago. Like he'd won the gold medal 3 years in a row at IOI and top in the world the previous year. And like this guy Vlad on my team helped me like hire him, and actually Alex Wang came to that same class, and all these guys at Adapar. And it was seen as like a really weird thing to do back then, but it was really productive. They were really at that level. They were still really, really good back then. Now it's just like 10 years later, it's obvious because like a lot of these people are just so good even when they're younger.
I know. Yeah, I mean, there's some counterexamples. I had Brett Taylor on the show, and he's an example of somebody like you can be in your 40s and fully readjust.
As a 43-year-old, I'm not totally washed up yet. Hopefully,
but it's rare. It's like and I think. By the way, for the subset who do that, I think it's like a massive superpower because you have all these networks and talent and capital. And
I think investing right now, even like 10 years older than me, and it actually is really hard as a venture capitalist to like be in the game.
10 years older than you're saying.
There's people in their 50s. There are some who are doing it. I think it's just really hard to be in the game. And frankly, it takes a lot of humility.
You also have to
you have to convince all these 22, 23-year-olds to hang out with you.
You have to go chase 22-year-olds. Which is hard, I think.
Some of them are used to that in Miami, but this is a different version. We'll cut
that. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's like, I mean, one of my favorite CEOs last night, I had an event for a friend, and is like, I think he's 22, and I think he's the one who's tripling revenue this quarter, and he's a AI CS genius, and like that's you need to be working.
By the way, there's a big advantage that these kids, adults, whatever that you have if you're that age, because you never saw the old way of doing it.
I know,
and so you just have this fresh mind where you're not unwinding anything.
And to some of their credit, like to his credit, he wants to learn from me, where I think the old way is still relevant, which I appreciate as the old man now. But so I think there are some of them who's like, okay, we're gonna do all these things all the new ways. But then you can kind of step in and say, well, here's a couple of lessons. And so I do think you still want to mold it, but you do need to rethink from first principles almost everything right now. And by the way, every few months, because it's changing every few months what's possible, which is a weird time.